Hello friend, and welcome to the slowest sim driving channel on YouTube. I'm Grandpa Goes Gaming, but today it's all about you, as we take a look at some truly lovely liveries. These liveries have either been submitted by the community, or they've been shared openly and I've tracked them down. I'll point out which is which. Hopefully you'll consider submitting something. If you've got a creation, just use the hashtag lovelyliveries when you share openly to Gran Turismo Sport. Let's get going, shall we? Our first livery comes courtesy of Ian Evo 96. And this is one of the Porsche liveries from the SSBB Racing Leagues. I'm not sure if this is from the Pro-Am or an Endurance. I should probably have looked into that before I used this. And this is one that I've taken quite a fancy to be honest, because I like the raciness of it, the authentic look of the way the Porsche is a believable race car. This is the Poppy Appeal version of this livery. I don't know if this is just a modified livery or if this was made from scratch. Either way, have a good look at these liveries. I'll have the name of the designer in the corner, and you can tell me in the comments which one was your favourite. Next up is this Toyota 86, which was designed to run in our Wacky Wednesday, the Zappa Toyota Tussle. You'll see that coming up on the YouTube channel very soon. It was a brilliant series, and you know me, if it's yellow and black, I like it, and this is very yellow with very black. As with the previous car, this is a very authentic looking car. You could really imagine this on a racetrack, which is brilliant, and I personally think this is Mackie's finest livery yet. He's done some good ones, but this I think is his best. Is this going to be your favourite? Let us know in the comments. Up next, another community submission, this one from Melty. And you know, life isn't black and white, but apparently this BMW is. There's an almost minimalist style to this particular livery, and I like it. It just looks very clean, very well laid out. The sponsors are all very visible. So yeah, I had to include this. It's a very neat looking motor vehicle, and I'm not a fan of BMWs, but yeah, good work, Melty. Also new for this episode, this particular camera here, nice close-up shot. So if you're submitting something, make sure that front corner's nice and neat. The next car isn't one that's a community submission. This is one that I've tracked down and I've added as a bonus car. This is from Polycarpus TAC. The RUF CTR3 is a car that Well, I've never actually seen like this at all. It's almost like they've fetched this car from hell. You know, I approve. It's very unique. It's very different. I felt it was unlike anything we'd had before. So, thank you very much for letting us include this in the video. And I hope you'll allow us to use more in the future, because this is quite a unique design. Now, it just wouldn't be Lovely Liveries unless there was something very, very questionable on show. Exhibit A. Zafra's Multiclass Mayhem Honda Beat. And just because a livery is silly or offensive to the eyes, and let's face it, this car is both, doesn't mean that no work has gone into him. And you can clearly see a lot of attention to detail here. What can I say? It looked silly at the event, the Multiclass Mayhem. Those videos are already up on the YouTube channel if you want to go and watch them. They were brilliant events. And it's great to see effort like this being made for those events. It makes me feel really good. So thank you for that. Let's have a look at just how horrible and ungainly that car was to drive, but how entertaining it was to look at. Up next is a very, very sleek looking vehicle. You may know from one of the previous episodes that I suddenly took a shining to gold on black. And this gold on black Audi from Rockzilla, yeah, it does it for me. I think in some ways it reminds me of the JPS Lotus, even though the JPS Lotus wasn't truly black. And if you know why the JPS Lotus wasn't truly black, then comment down below. Don't look it up. I do know the answer, and it'll be interesting to see who else knows it as well. But this is just a very sexy looking car. Nice one, Rockzilla. This particular submission from Rico Nosberg is interesting. The car itself, the SFR racing concept, is one of the stranger looking cars in Gran Turismo Sport, and I think that's down to that absolutely enormous grille on the front of what is quite a small car. But this livery, which seems like a nod to the super liveries that we've already seen in the previous Gran Turismo games, it kind of suits it. And as much as I don't like the car in its stock form, with this livery on, I don't know, I kind of like it. We have a second sleek Audi. This time we're going a little bit cyberpunk with it. This particular submission from Pup is, again, another very minimalist sort of livery, but it's just one that works. The silver with black decals bounces the light very well. It's got some decals that perhaps we don't normally see, such as the Transformers logo. Yeah, it's just a very neat livery, and perhaps the sort you might expect to see on a street racer rather than a circuit car. And for that, I think it stands apart from a lot of the other liveries that we see. So recently I was asked to fill in for a race of the Italia Cup, a race Asylum, with the K-Pax team, and GW Gurnall was kind enough to make me this livery to run on the Lamborghini. I didn't do very well. I was doing okay, but then a lapse of concentration and a barrier, and yeah, that's all we're going to say about that. But I like the car. I like the green trim on the black. I think it's very striking, and I like the way the sponsors have been arranged. If you look at the front there, the way the green is on the little aero parts, it's really nice. It's another tidy livery. This is one I can definitely see myself running on daily races if I'm ever suicidal enough to use the Lamborghini again. Lead 8, he's been busy recently with the livery league that he's been in, and this is his round 3 entrant. The Vision Golf. I think this is the first Vision car we've seen, isn't it, in Lovely Liveries? Not something that pops up very often. This is a Time Attack car, and it's definitely got a few Go Faster stripes on there. I think that could shift. Nice tartan design on the back. And certainly a colour scheme that I don't think we've seen yet either, so very nice. Well, I've got to be honest, I think I like the livery more than I like the car. A lot more. last livery this episode comes courtesy of Kevman, and this is a beautiful DTM replica. He's used matte colours, which look just stunning. There's a great contrast between that black and the blue and the white. I think the blue kind of offsets everything else. Certainly a lot of effort gone into this, and I really appreciate those paint splatters as well. That's my kind of design. It's a very, very tidy looking livery, and I do love the way that the gold really pops on that black. Which one of these has been your favourite livery? Why not let us know in the comments. And if you think you can do better, just as good, or not as good, but you know, you want to get your design out there. Remember to share it in Gran Turismo with the tag Lovely Liveries. If you were hoping to be featured and you weren't featured, I'm very sorry. There have been so very many submissions for this that I'm already working on the next episode. It's been a little bit crazy, for which I'm just going to say thank you. Don't stop submitting them. Thank you. Hope you'll stick around for the next episode. Maybe consider subscribing, touching that bell, so you know when the next one's coming. Big thank you to everybody on Discord who puts up with my ramblings. Until next time, be good to yourself and be good to those around you. Bye bye for now.